Bitch, I'm stylish. Glock talk, big t-shirt, Billy. Watch on my wrist, but I want that. Niggas talk crazy when I pull up inside. How high? Run that.
Rolling.
Vela ikamera yenye ngala namhlanje.
Camera rolling.
Yabonakala
Scene one.
slate. Okay.
Scene 1, cut 1, take 1, roll 1, and action.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Gang Bang. And like I promised you, yeah, man, I'm missing the boo. Like I promised you guys, I promised everybody you would see. I'm gonna have alongside me Ntlebi and Mbatha. The platform is yours. Please introduce yourself.
Sanmonani, igama lami nguNonkululeko Mbatha.
Oh.
And yeah, that's me.
That's the introduction. Hi guys, igama lami Ntlebi and I'm an aspiring actress.
Where are you from? Because you sound
Originally, I'm close. I'm from East London originally. But yeah.
Where in East London?
Quigley. In Quigley.
Same in Tanzania.
No, I know Mtanzania, but I'm from Quigley in town.
Quigley.
Yeah.
Nonkululeko, where are you from?
I'm from Newlands East in Durban, eThekwini. I was born Kwamashka J, but then my grandmother took me in and ngakhulela in Newlands East.
You were raised by your grandmother, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, because
Nginganagogo.
I've been having this question, because look at bro.
Yeah.
And she's very emotional. I know that.
Yeah.
It's bro. This whole thing when you started, Coco.
For her, also like the beginning of everything, even going to school. When we got to grade 9, they told us also, okay, now you have to choose subjects and everything. And my grand was a nurse. But also, they come over and I call my grandmother Uma, by the way. So she'd help those people, and as time went on, Nami, I started like oh my god, I want to save lives as well. But aside from that, I'd always like watch TV. So when grade 9 came and we had to choose subjects, there was drama at school and physics, but I chose physics. And when I got there, I'm at the wrong place. So I had a conversation with her telling her, I want to change subjects and go to a drama and do ABNC. And I'm very grateful for her because she never really chose my path for me. Whatever then go for it. So from then I never looked back, and my gran has been my number one supporter.
So yes, Bulele, tell me about yourself, your upbringing.
Okay, so I also grew up with my gran because my mom and dad passed away when I was 12.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I know it's okay, guys. Way to change the mood. But yeah, so I grew up with my gran, but I think I had the privilege of not even having to communicate that I want to do art because my mom was an artist.
Yeah.
She was a singer, a dancer, a model. She did everything related to art. So I think it was already known in my family that I'm going to follow in her footsteps. But then I studied drama in high school. But then after that, my gran was like, instead of you going to study drama and not know if you're ever going to get a job, study something else that you like, and then like do your plan B first before your plan A, the actual thing. So I studied social work, and then I majored in psychology.
Oh, guys, we have a social worker.
Yes, literally. Yeah, so I studied social work, majored in psychology, and then I graduated last year, and then I just got the gig.
Bro, how beautiful. You
know, it was so easy. But I prayed about it, you know what I mean? Like, I really, really prayed to God about it. And I told him that I'm not going to be able to, like, go sit in an office for, like, hours and just sit there. I want to do art. That's my calling, you know what I mean? It's not like a job or anything. It's my calling. That's the only thing I was born to do. And lucky enough, in Feb, I got the gig.
Oh man, how beautiful, guys! Yeah. How beautiful! Clap those hands! Yeah, man, I love it. So yeah, man, I was gonna ask. I hear rumors we could see the Black Door is ending. Is that true?
No. One thing about rumors, I
told you I'm gonna bring that.
One thing about rumors, guys, all I know is that you shouldn't believe everything you see, especially on social media. And you don't know every journalist is not just a journalist, and every person who spreads anything naye kusuke kukhona la suka khona. It's either ufuna ukusela story ngoba ufuna ukondla umndeni wakhe noma une personal vendetta nomuntu othile. Thina esisebenza kwi Black Door asikakezwa lutho, you know what I mean? And should that bridge come, we'll cross it when we get there, but obviously ngeke ukuthi ishow idlala kube khona ama rumors angalana and then kodwa ningezwa from ETV or actually.
And also production also contacted and they told us, guys, these are all rumors, it's not true. So that's the thing, it's like people out there think they have an answer that we also don't have. Like we're part of the production, but it's like we don't know if Black Door is ending or not. You know what I mean?
We actually spoke about it last week. It's going to be our 4th episode, but it's way before. We spoke about it, and I was so confused because I know it was a character that right? Ingane yakhe is the son, right?
Yes.
But now, we're going in from Escole. Are you back Escole?
No, it was actually a flashback.
Oh,
because
beautiful.
As throughout the show, when it started in February, Utenjiwe is this rebellious girl. No one loves her, and with Dawa, and she has a son, but no one knows Ugutu, hence the name Uvela. So the story carried on till it came to a point where she got to a point where she started getting like flashbacks of how she even conceived her son. So what you saw in Gikogi uniform was her years ago when she was 16, when she got raped and got her son.
She hasn't aged. Now I understand the caption.
Black don't crack, guys. Yo, drink water.
Hey, this drink water thing is not true, man. It's not true.
It's so not true, yes.
It's not
Because I've been drinking water and like
bro,
when I look at the mirror, I'm aging.
Bro, I've been doing the same thing.
They lied to us.
Yeah, man. So, we speak like us. We always talk about acting.
Okay.
You know, or arts per se, because we are artists, right? In practice, we always talk about artists not doing multiple stuff. Like we spoke about Asal Velimreti last week, which she's doing the most. You know, she's acting, she's into farming, she's into. What are your plans, Jomobusungini industry right now?
You know, for me, it's a matter of we can all have plans, and you know what you want and what you'd like to achieve and stuff like that. I'm just hoping, because I'm not social media orientated, so I don't really focus on social media.
Yeah.
So I want to grow my social media. I want to start working with brands, and I just want to grow my craft because in Disafika. So whatever other plan that I have, whether I want to venture into directing, venture into anything, I feel like it's you know, I'm just still not even in the door, like I'm just standing by the door.
Hey, but you
enter, you know what I mean?
Black Door.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like Black Door is like me taking a step into the door. So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys and cap and say I haven't even thought that far. Like I know what I'd like to achieve, but for now I just want to focus on acting, growing my social media platforms, and then take it from there.
So far, has it opened many doors, like a Black Door?
Let me see. I think it has, but it's just that Tina, as a band, we always want things to move fast, you know. I want to achieve this and do this and do this and do this and do this. But if I'm not even gonna lie, it has, because first of all, we wouldn't have been able to work with ETV. Secondly, no one would have even known who we are. Like no one would recognize it. Thirdly, we wouldn't even go to the events that we go to and get you know what I mean. So it has opened some doors, but this is just only the beginning. You know what I mean? Siyaqala, siyafika, and we just want to make a name for ourselves, and then from there, not even the sky is the limit.
No, man. Thank you, Nonkulego. What are you currently busy with?
I'm
basically
gonna second everything that she said, because it's all about baby steps and not biting more than you can chew. Because one, as much as nani nishuguti siyafika in the industry, so we're not really that informed about what we're getting ourselves into.
Yes.
So it's better ukuthi uqala uyifunde indawo uqala nawe uadjust, you know what I mean? And before you actually venture into other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but to answer your question, the Black Door has opened up opportunities for us. Go back to Shilo, the events that we go to, we get to see abantu that we've always looked up to now. Like words of encouragement that they give us as kulisa, you know what I'm saying? And they tell us it's never easy. and but it's always worth it in the end. Just keep pushing.
Oh, and agencies.
Yes.
Agencies, yeah.
Yes. I feel like ever since we got to Black Door, that's where we got like access to like the big major agencies in the, in the
Oh, so they want you when you're ready.
You know, yeah. And then you also get a lot of auditions, because every time you go to auditions, you're like, hi, bo, am I literally auditioning with this person? Am I sitting next to this person? So also that, it opened up those types of doors.
And also,
funny agents.
Another thing, being on a billboard, Mina,
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about that.
So us being on a billboard and being called by people saying, for me, that's an achievement. I literally, every time when I see even myself on TV, it's just, I wish I could wake my dad up from the grave and be like, Baba, I'm actually doing A, B, and C. So those things, isn't they, Anjali?
Uncle's dad, bro. I hope you, some way, are watching this.
The fact that you're looking at the camera is very suspicious. It's very
He might be somewhere. He might be somewhere.
He might be watching.
It's always with me.
Beautiful answer, guys. Beautiful answer. I think Tina Lanas looks so full because that's the we process.
I think that what literally makes me nervous. So am I nervous? I hate the fact that oh my god, I look up to you, or
but it's a matter of like, process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we all want to achieve the same thing at the end of the day.
So who are the big people that you look up to and fisa ukusebenza nabo in the industry?
That's so tricky.
I'm
I'm trying to think like someone that I'd like to work with. You know where the danger is. I can't think of a person right now.
Man, it would be Utusom Bedu
and
Viola Davis.
Here in South Africa.
Is it
specifically in South Africa?
Like in the industry, just.
Or like anyway, then Viola Davis, yes.
Oh, Viola Davis, I love her.
She's amazing.
Hi, Bo.
Yeah, okay, you're on the show, bro.
Yeah, present.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're present.
I'd say almost everyone in the industry. I'm not too specific.
But Yazzie.
Yeah.
I think Namsco I relate, because up in South Africa I can't really pinpoint
one person.
You know, one person, but I'd like to meet celebrities.
Plus you work with them, it's gonna be like I was on
you know? So I don't want that. But also it's a matter of, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna be too open about this situation, but it's a matter of like entering the industry it's a bittersweet moment, because one thing is that it's nice to look at people from an outside perspective. Oh my god, she's my idol, he's my idol. I respect the work that he or she does and stuff like that. Up until you meet some of them.
Like they say, don't meet your
And then it hurts. Like it hurts, guys. I don't know if I'm too dramatic or I'm just over emotional, but it hurts when you meet someone that you look up to and then they're a nonsense person. That's the worst.
This literally happens to people in the industry. We spoke about this last week. There's a guy who's a YouTuber. I met him late episode. Approach, bro. Yo, it was.
Yeah.
You know the things you would say.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
I'm big. Attention. So are you guys facing that as well?
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we're the new kids in the block. So.
Everyone is like, look up to me. You're a human being. Like being an actress is literally equivalent to being a nurse. It has nothing to do. Like I feel like that's the problem. I won't even say in South Africa, but I feel like that's a worldwide problem that everyone is fixated on. I want to be a celebrity. I want to have so much followers.
Yes.
And I'm like, in the process, when you're doing that, people don't even realize that Njebu Sanzalando, you're losing the artistic integrity.
Yes.
The most important thing about art is you to portray art and show art.
It has to be a what you call Pastor Zondo.
I'm like me a pastor. But no, it's facts. It's reality. It's what we face. And it's so sad because it's like, if you're that type of person, what are you like teaching?
What are you teaching other
the youngsters? It's not cool. But it's the industry.
It is what it is.
So is that the reason why, because we've been asking this question, is that the reason why they recycle actors? Because we see a lot of actors. Mbona 161, Mbona SABC, like literally same time.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why is it so? Explain.
I think yabona ngoku in today's, I don't know what you call it. I just think that abantu, they so, I don't want to say anything bad. I want to say it in the most like civil way, proper way ever. But it's a matter of people don't know art anymore. We're telling stories, but people are not invested in those stories. So because Sibona, let me make an example. Ntlebi and Mbatha, we've seen her on the Black Door.
Thank you. We have a star now.
So Sibona Ntlebi and Mbatha, I'm taking Ntlebi from the Black Door, Simfaka Generations. Oh, because she has a following, let's take her. Simfaka
take her, yeah.
Oh, because she has a following.
When I was all
They
about the
all, it's
following.
based on following, and it's just like, that's where you lose the
'Cause
juice.
when
It's the juice. You lose
yeah.
the juice when you use people.
Because it comes to a comparison yokuthi uzothatha uNonkululeko Mbatha waseNewlands East, a small placing as well umuntu, and then compared to someone that everyone already knows. And for example, Black Door is a new show, so if you say there's a new show coming up and it's going to have this person on the show, you're going to go and watch it. But if you say kunohlelo lusha and uNonkululeko Mbatha, let's say who's that?
And it goes to, I'm going to say something very like,
When I
but
was
I'm
up
gonna
with
say
you
it's
and
my-
saying things that are like, I'm like,
because when we went
you're
to the
making me
callbacks,
nervous.
when we went to the callbacks, there was a certain
Yo.
famous lady. Wait, calm down.
You know what you just said now, Wutsi, when on your first episode you had like a runny tummy. Guys, I had all the confidence in the world. I'm going to tell my shame. It's fine. So I had
It's not
all
a
the
shame.
confidence in the world because I had gotten a call back from Umandla N. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Number 2, I had lost my job. Guys, I worked in a call center in Mhlanga in Durban. Yes.
Don't mention them.
I'm not going to mention it. So when the opportunity came, I was already trying to enroll into a university in Durban. So I was on and off work valley. So when the audition came, I went there, but I already signed like a warning from work. And he was totally called back. So I come back next week Monday. Me, I call my boss. I'm like, yo, boss man, now they're saying aeroplane for free. Now they're saying aeroplane for free. They're saying TV, you know. Hey, boss man was like, no, I was fortunate enough to see, as much as I was working in a call center environment, it wasn't as toxic because of the people that I met. So even the person who was my TL at the time was like, you know what, I'm going to talk to you as a human being right now, not as your manager. Go there and fetch your dreams, but you're going to come back. Manager. It was like, when you come back though, we're going to have to like dismiss you because, you know, you've
Yeah.
So I came this side, guys, and I'm coming this side to Joburg. I'm flying through. I got there early. Everyone is like, I can hear the people like mentioning other characters, banga 3, banga 4, and no one is with Utenji.
Bro, that's...
So I'm like, yes, God, you're the man. Hey, go look sisi bafethu. Engeke ngimusho.
We can't
Wafika
say
nje
her name.
yakhumbula isine efika le institution isafunda.
Esasifunda kuyona. Literally, uyangena usisi, she's beautiful, and ngihlezi ngimbuka mina on TV.
Gucci, Petit Louis Vuitton, and I'm like, immediately, that's what I was gonna say.
The iPhone 14.
When you like, obviously, I know that's a lie.
Yo, I'm joking,
That's a lie,
guys.
but what I'm saying is that, Bana, I like what Upudmandla did because Upudmandla stuck to artistic integrity.
So that's
Because if you, because if you saw that lady and then watch Utenjiwe now, she wouldn't have survived. She promised you she wouldn't have survived that role because she's not that person. That's not who she is. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you this. Tenjiwe as you.
Exactly. Imagine the crying, the rape scenes, the crying.
Bro.
She wouldn't have survived that because
I wrote la ukuthi okay, so you've just declared ukuthi abazali abasekho ne. I was going to ask ukuthi, I was going to put this question like this.
Okay.
How did you approach abazali about the sex scene? Because I saw the sex
oh
scene.
yes, hey guys.
Bro.
Mind
Hey.
you, like, well, okay.
My
My grand, because when we got the callbacks, okay, no, not the callbacks, no, when we actually got the roles.
Yes, the
So, the, what was the unmavis at that time? Cost coordinator at the time called us and was like, dude, this is happening, this is the type of show, there's a lot of sex scenes, so tell them at home. Me, I'm just like, hey, Makriza, there's sex scenes, it's a brothel, you understand?
Yeah.
Bro.
Unaware that I have a whole entire sex scene waiting for me.
And we got counseling.
Yeah,
We
it's
also
good.
got
Shout out to
like
someone.
we got a
workshop and
workshop to teach us
and
like
counseling.
for the
Oh,
nudity and
yes.
sex scenes.
So when I read the script and I'm like, oh, Unolita, is having sexual intercourse with this
Extremely.
Kaya. And at the same time, I'm like, I'm not even that attracted to guys. Like, I might be bi, but I gravitate towards
that's
women.
another topic.
No, it's not. If you want to make sexuality a topic, it's not. But yeah, so I was just like, you know what? I was so nervous to the days leading up to the sexual scene, especially my grand having to watch that.
Exactly.
And I just prepared her, and I'm telling what's gonna happen, and I thought she was prepared. But after she saw it, she was like, no, where am I gonna watch? She's a church woman, like she's there at church. So it was a strain for my family and like people who know me from church. But other than that, I didn't care because I just shot the scene. Like, I'm not
beautiful.
Nolita. It's not like you saw me having sex. You saw Nolita having sex with Kukaya.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
So it was not that difficult. It was difficult for my grand.
And it was beautiful.
Okay, we have a question there from Obuhle.
No, Tula.
Oh, it's not too.
Oh, so my question is, was the sex scene like real?
Oh no, it wasn't real. We were dressed. I had panties on, and he had trunks on, and then just the top part we were naked. But like the thrusting and everything and what and all that is it's real. But like it's not. We're not actually having sex.
Yeah.
And when they prepare you, because usually they have like a closed set. And then just a few people in that closed set, And if you want like nipple covers or stuff like that, they cater to you, and they make you comfortable.
So it's all about you. Are you
Yes,
comfortable?
yes, if you're
I have a
comfortable.
question there.
Yeah. Imagine what if like say I shoot a little sex scene and then it happens Guti Lomunten shoot and I find them sexually attractive. They say like
There's
then
no
what
way, because
happens?
like remember, and then wait, can you please finish?
Because you
And
can't
then,
find a person sexually attractive.
and you're like so I'm Saba wow.
At the end of the day, outside,
set.
because when you guys are doing an intimate scene, as much as Utenjo, my character doesn't actually do. I haven't done much of those scenes aside from aside from the rape scene. So yeah, there's always people inside during that scene being taken. There's a boom swinger there. There's that. There's a lot
don't
of
even have time to
even
catch
if-
feelings.
You don't have time to catch feelings
I'll
because
tell him.
yeah, even if it's a closed state, there has to be like maybe a maximum of 5 or 6 people there. So even if you catch the moment and you're like, yo, what's wrong with it's not gonna get
There's
there
no
because
time.
there's gonna be someone shouting at you, being like, no, your arm is not in contact. But you don't even have time
like
to
this.
grasp in the moment. It's 3, 2, 1 action, kata sender. When you get the perfect shot, it's the next
And also,
scene.
I feel like
don't
people
have
don't
time.
even understand, because a sex scene might look like might be like 1 minute on TV.
Yeah.
That's literally like 10 to 15 minutes of you doing that over and over again. And trying this angle and doing this. Okay, cameras, shoot, you know what I mean?
Shadows and stuff.
So you don't
checking
even
it
have
out.
time to
How many
think
days do you
about
guys?
it.
Because they do acting, so I want them to know, like, for the information. How many hours you spend setting every day?
Yo.
If you want a social life from Monday to Saturday,
Don't do
forget
acting.
about it.
Forget about it.
It's literally crazy hours, because also it's not like crazy hours that it is. Though.
We get time to rest, but we work very
waking
odd
up.
hours. You could literally have a scene cool because they need the morning ambiance, as they
the golden
say.
hour, they say.
You know what I mean? Also, you're gonna shoot like 2 scenes during the morning, and your next scenes are at nights, because you know what? Now we need the night ambiance.
Yes.
So during those times, uhleli wena on set, you know what I'm saying? Okanye sometimes you'd literally shoot 1 scene a day, or another day you'd wake up literally at 4 a.m. ulando quarter to 5. You're gonna work uzobuye ngo-8 ebusuku, and uzoloko in the script la uyashintsha, and you get into these clothes, you wear this person's shoes, uhambe ngazo, you know what I mean? It seems uyaqeda uyoshintsha usule makeup, you know what I mean? So there's a lot that happens behind everything that you guys actually end up seeing. And imagine when all of that being done, comes a point where you have to have an emotional scene. And khona umuntu okupendayo lana, khona umuntu olungisa ishiya lakho, khona umuntu okugqokisayo, and you have to take it.
Imagine having to cry.
Noma uthothi uyakhala ke manje. Uyabo manje unyuka nayo uyakhala kuvele khala ibhanoyi guys.
Could I know a moment for
Seconds for
the plane?
And inyembezi guys,
You must restart.
And as keep
sorry mama.
I'm saying, and you're feeling the character.
You're feeling the character, but you have to stop because there's an airplane.
But that's the thing. Another thing, I think, also a privilege that we had working with Ubud Mandla.
Yeah.
Ubud Mandla is a person, Oti, once you start, don't stop.
Don't
So
stop.
if you are crying now,
Yeah.
you need to stay there. I wasn't because it can't.
Yeah.
So you can't even wipe amafinya, and then you just sit there, ukala, and just stop, and then you'll start again.
Yeah.
I think it also helps because I feel like stopping and then starting in
is another journey on its own.
It doesn't
I have a question there from Ubuhle. Yes.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
But I don't know how to put the question together. But then
Well,
I'll just
as
ask.
usual.
What's up? So from what you've seen in the industry, because we're studying NET acting.
Okay.
So do you think someone needs to study for acting, or you can just venture into it and share?
Yes, most definitely. I would say that personally you do have to study it, but not I would say Hlampe, I'm not taking away from like Usbulele ngoba Deshile ukuthi she did psyche, and then but she on her extra time would go to theater and make sure ukuthi ngesikhathi sakhe extra she's practicing it. Not that ukuthi wena ungavela usuke nje from behind your desk and your 9 to 5 job uye we audition, because there are certain techniques and methods that you do need to know.
Bro.
Nestage.
Bro.
Because another thing, there are certain techniques and things also kuzona, because when we tell you okay vele uku-actor kumayelana nokuthi okay kuthiwa ngiyakhala ngiyakwazi ngenyembezi eseduze I'm gonna cry, if kuthiwa ngidiniwe I'm gonna shout. It's not just about those things. And uku-actor at theater, because I have a theater background ngangifunda nayo Isabelo, so uku-actor at theater and coming into camera, there are certain things that you're told ukuthi you need to tone down. So if awunayo background at all, uzothi uyafika lapha ingane igijime zibuka ukuthi what's going on with you,
why are you
slow. So come on, any person who says ukuthi actor kulula, I dare you to literally try. I dare you to try, because it's not easy at all.
Yeah.
It's not.
Do you have another question?
Yeah, I have a question. Since we know that now acting is all about following Yako and whatnot, and also we have exploitations, I'm an actor, exploiter, and whatnot. Would you recommend acting to your siblings?
I will.
Before you answer that, can
Okay,
I add this question?
Okay.
Last year, I actually had the privilege to speak to Usiyabonga Zubane, the late Siyabonga Zubane, who played Ustumo on Gomorrah. He was in no, besides. Yeah, I'm gonna need to beep that out. Yeah, besides that institution, he came to our race, and he gave me a very beautiful word. Atsintwana, as you do in acting, this is the most pushing thing ever. You know, it pushes you to do things you can do all service cuts. You know, there's pressure. More puma apparently people see you and then start, like say you're in a taxi or say rank, people start asking you, hey, ufuna hanwena la manje, because you know you there.
Yeah.
How's that pressure to you guys?
Okay, I wanna answer her question first. Well, for me, I would say people need to go into acting, but the thing is, you just need to hope and pray that you're lucky enough to find someone who's going to understand, who's not firstly not going to exploit you, secondly who's not, what's the other thing you said, Kane?
Followers.
Yeah, who's not gonna expect you to have like a huge following. But you know what I always say is that you never know. You can't prepare if you're gonna be exploited or not, or if you need following or you don't. So I just want people to put themselves out there. So that's why I would say yes to my siblings. Go do acting, go try, because you never know what might come out of you trying. And then when it comes to the pressure, like pressure is always there, but I think for us it's different because. Can I swear here? Can I cuss?
Definitely, we do.
Because we don't give a
time.
fuck.
We don't
That's
give
the
a
problem.
fuck
We
about
don't
anybody.
give a fuck. Because one thing, we had it when we first got here. We're like, oh, people were telling us, no, you need to dress like this. You need to wear this. And then you can't now go out in public. And I was having so much anxiety because I'm like, like every single day.
Yeah.
Every day you find me wearing track pants. Like I don't care about brands or, you know, like isn't this in jalo. But then we realized, it doesn't fulfill you in any way. Trying to go out there and impress people that and also another thing that people seem not to know, and I'm so baffled that people don't know this. Artists in South Africa ziyalamba.
Wait.
You
Tell him
guys,
feeling me.
yes.
Ah, come on.
Ayikho
You know what I
imali,
mean?
guys.
There's no money. So where am I gonna get the money to now? I must make sure that I'm wearing Gucci. I'm supporting
I'm
my
driving
family.
a car.
I need to
I
support my
just
family
got
back
here.
home.
Bro,
I
and
just
you
got
just-
here now.
exactly, you just
Now
got
I
here.
just arrived. So where do we? Nami, every person who thinks ukuthi they want to get into the industry, the only thing I would tell you guys ukuthi,
This is why I asked the question after she asked the question.
Yeah.
Because I want people to understand it's more ungena because of Utan.
Yes,
Yes. And Imali comes from brands.
Bro,
brands and
exactly.
stuff. When you've built a name for yourself, I mean, I tell every person ukuthi try it out, because as much as there is pressure, like you mentioned, but the industry that we're in, because I didn't just wake up one day ngavele ngaqashwa eBlack Door. I've been a waitress. I've been Mrs. Lokalisi impahla ukuthi ufuna yiphi jean.
Sikufonela.
Ibhekela usize wakho. I've been there. I've worked at a call center. So what I'm trying to prove to you guys by telling you this is Guti, in every place that I've worked at, it's the same as here. Uhlangana nabantu that will manipulate you. Uhlangana nabantu abazothatha ukulunga kwakho bekujikise bekushonisele. So just because you in the industry ukuthi abantu obubukela kubona ngoba abantu okhulu babuka ku TV, but emhlabeni esiphila kuwona, you have to put yourself first.
Bro.
Ubeke isinkwa sakho kuqala. If unama plans ukuba nomndeni, put your family first, and whatever you choose to do,
Other
just
people
put
come last.
abanye abantu balandelise
Literally.
emuva, and don't just think ukuthi oh no, it's because it's the industry. Abantu bashintsha noma ngephi. Ngisho umuntu osebenza eKFC manje amshaya ngakutshela ukuthi hey khona usiso ngimise kambi la emsebenzini, you know. So it's just about you caring and knowing yourself. Kubalekile ukuthi impilo guys indlela eshesha ngayo. There's no time to husa and be alone with yourself. Uzibuke esibukeni uthi hayibo sunenduna lana wena. No ma, alright, okay, kadile njani. Talk to yourself, guys. It's very important when you have a relationship with yourself. Ngisho omunye umuntu angafika akutshela ukuthi hayibo wazi wami uzothi hayibo since when? I
never realized. I never realized.
No, I
You know
didn't
what I mean?
realize. This morning I checked. I didn't see that, but I will check again.
Yeah.
You know, kubalekile ukuthi uzazi. Mawungazazi ungenawo umgogodla uzophephuka kalula. Irrespective of
Especially in
ukuthi
the
industry noma ukephi, but kunjalo.
But more especially
In the industry, yeah, because we industry guys, there's a lot of glitz, there's a lot of glam, and ubona ama role model akho lana, hawe ma ubona imoto ubona, yeah, ubona into eyiningi nama camera yakuchopha, yeah,
everything is it's literally like industry. I always say it's like a whole world in its own.
Yeah.
Because everything is happening so fast and yonke into nje iyenzeka.
Like
So
a tweet.
what she said
but
goes
kumbula
around.
ukuthi wena usuka kephi,
In
uzalwe
seconds.
kephi.
exactly like that, like a
Yes.
tweet goes around in seconds.
In seconds.
That's the best way to
And
describe
ungazakho
it.
zakhe kuthatha moment eyodwa ukuthi ibhidlize yonke into
Yes.
obusuyakhiwe.
And another thing, not everything that glitters is gold, guys.
Yes, guys.
Like
yeah.
that's you know, like people always want to be like, hey, we saw this artist, unxibe Gucci.
Hey,
No.
hlapha uyihayarishile.
Guys, they go through the most. Artists go through the most.
Bro, we know. I always tell them.
They do. I promise you.
Hlapha
I
uyihayarishile
swear-
guys,
I swear on my
uyayipromote
mother's grave.
uzoyibuyisela esitolo. Wena ke lo uthatha umholo wakho okugcina, kini balambile kunodongo lithe kanje.
Unothenga
Uthatha imali yakho
iGucci.
yothenga iGucci. Kanti yena uyithatha uyibuyisela esitolo.
What happened to Mr. Price? What
What
happened to
Khona
the face?
ke omunye owatholwa ne-tag yempahla.
Because they're gonna bring it back.
Yayibona into kanjalo. Ubungayingane
What happened to Small Street? That's not
Ayini into yakho.
You know?
Udwebishi ube muhla ngizwani ayini weave. Ngokuyo yakho uhambe.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I think for ukuthi abantu bashintshe abafuna ukuphila impilo ebanga-afford or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's those things that I want to prove a point.
Yes,
But
to
because
people.
once you get into the entertainment industry, I think people tend to forget ukuthi now you're a
Ooh.
human.
Yes,
So
that's
it's
so
not about like
true.
I need to prove a point to those people. So finally get Gucci no matter.
Yenze
Yeah,
kanje,
I think what you're saying goes back to what Unonkuleko was saying.
Saying
of,
ukuthi-
you don't forget. Yes, you can't. You don't need to forget who you are.
Yes.
Tina, we went to a premiere Black Door. Nabanba ETV like big banba house of sweet. Everyone.
Everyone.
We were wearing our suits from where? Small Street.
Thank you,
And
guys.
please go to those pictures. Look at those pictures. And Ujong and Jaba, no man, actually they're killing it.
Yeah,
Because you can't tell. What if it's a
You know what I
What
mean?
if it's from Small Street? You never
No,
know.
you know what I mean? It goes back. Let me show you. It goes back to you getting into the industry and letting all these cameras, these lights, surround in abantu, because everyone's gonna chant your name at some point. And one thing about us, everyone who's an artist, and that includes you guys, even though in the industry, but wonke umuntu oy artist ngesiZulu unontanda kubuko.
Yes.
Sama pick up guys.
That's what my mom says.
Spotlight is funa ukuyala phaya and isifuna ukwenza show ukuthi senzisise, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So other people don't know how to control that. Ukuthi ngiyazi ngobani ngoba akhuluma yedwa akanaso isikhathi sokuthi akhulume yedwa esibukweni. Makuthi akhale makuthi ayincome ngokuthi wena awukwazi ukuyigculisa wena ngokwakho. Ufuna ukuyoshayela abanye abantu izandla. Mhlazani behluleka ukushayela izandla wenze njani? Uthenga imoto uthatha imali yakho ngoba ufuna ukunakwa ngoba uyinaki wena. Uthando liqala la guys, liqala ngaphakathi ngaphansi kwenkaba. Uyangisithi? So yeah, it ends up getting there because you want approval from other people, or you feel like, oh, I'm not doing well enough just because Usman Bani didn't mention me on Twitter.
Yes.
No, mention yourself in the mirror.
And another thing, Yazi, there's this guy, you guys can search him, Gary V on Instagram. Yes, Gary V. And I feel like when I listened to that, I think I was still doing my 3rd year. That just was like, it solidified everything for me, and I was like, that just gave me more reason not to give a fuck. Utu Gary, the only reason why, Tina, we feel so terrible when people like they basnika like negative comments, or like when people like give us bias criticizer, is because, Tina, we are like, the world is so loud around us. We're listening to the world too much, because one thing, you like the positive comments so much that the negative break you down.
Yes.
So if you shut the positive, Utibana, yeah, Sibu, you're a great actress. Yeah, but I need to feel it myself, you know, before anyone else can like feel it or understand it. I need to know that myself. So I shut down, like I shut off the positive comments, I shut off the negative comments, and I focus on what I feel. So if I look at a scene, I'm like, hey, I didn't do well. That's how I feel.
How you
I don't care what anyone else has to say.
Weeks ago, we did our 2nd episode, and we spoke about this thing because there's another girl, Ntlebi doesn't even give a fuck. She doesn't even give a fuck about us. We were speaking about imindaba ukuthi sicela umuntu ukuthi umuntu acela umuntu. Okay, let me put it like this. The person is asemkhulumela wacela somebody,
okay,
ukuthi I want to feature you on my show, on my YouTube channel. And this person, we TikToker, he talked to my manager. Okay. And I made an example. I said, I spoke to you guys, and you guys are in the industry, and I'm talk to my manager. Now, how do we? Okay, let me put it like this. We get negative
feedback.
And I told my team, guys, do not worry. Do not worry. Ndaba comments. Nalawa amahle, guys. Because the comments we got were so negative.
But now also, no, sorry to cut you. I'll continue.
Now, in terms of guide. Now imagine if Swanagi
because I'm sure, like, another thing that we need to realize, because you guys are pushing what you guys are pushing here, and you guys you know what your goal is. Abanyabandu don't know what you guys like. They don't know what the goal is. You know what I mean? They don't know what you guys are pushing. They don't know what you guys have to go through in order to get to guests. They don't know what your vision is. So it's a matter of, those people don't matter. Because Lamduloa, who like put a negative comment there, chances are you know what I mean? So it's a matter of like, people just need to mind their own. And also, if you guys like understand yourselves, like, there's no going back, guys. You know what I mean? And I know, speak to my manager. It's people who are that people forget that you're human. Because I could literally answer you now and say, no, I'm not available. Yes, I'm available. But because we TikTok, how maybe we're famous and whatnot, they thought it would be better if Batibana know, like, thingy my manager. It's not important. Like, there's no need.
Bro, what's the need?
There's no need.
It's just so more, because, you know, at the end of the day, you never know. It's like walking into, for example, guys, you guys are studying arts. Angazi in the next 3 years who will be a director la, yeah, uba ozo engizobe mina ngifuna umsebenzi kuyena. So just because you're gonna act famous, just because unama followers on TikTok okanye uthenje kwi black door, yay, as
God will
10
humble you.
in the next 5 years, you don't know where you're gonna be, you don't know who everyone in this room is gonna be at. Mhlawumbe uzobe producer uzongifakela imali, so kuyiphakamisa kwami ngaleso sikhathi mhlawumbe ngiyiluma isandla siyongiphakela ngelinye ilanga. So
That is so true.
so tread carefully guys, wayethi ugogwami ungasinyeli isihlahla ngoba wazi mhlazane kuyoshisa udinga umthunzi. Mawuthi uyafika ufica amasimba akho.
Uthufu wakho.
Kulindile.
Wenze njani ke
So
makunjani?
yeah, another question. Your day ones, guys. Who's your day ones? And do you still have your day ones? Because when I saw your Instagram,
Yeah.
the girl Lufana Nompilo. What's
Yes,
your name?
usinenhlanhla khulisa.
Usine bro. Are you still friends?
Yes, you still tight?
Yes,
My
your
day one. What's a day one?
A
Define
day one, bro. A day one,
Day
like
one.
It's like a friend from way
From
back.
way yeah.
Before
I think
you
yeah,
feel like,
yeah. I Uzukhanye Ndukwana. I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah, me
yeah.
neither.
It's so difficult for me to like keep friends. That's the thing, because I'm just like that person who's like,
Yeah.
hey, dude, fuck you, fuck off. If you
And
wanna
Mina,
go. You see,
Even
so I don't
on,
have a lot of
on
friends.
WhatsApp, Mina, if you're gonna be that friend who's gonna be like, you didn't text me, you didn't call me. Me, you must call me when you are arrested and you need someone to come bail you out.
Yeah, then-
Me, call me when you are hungry,
Yes.
when you need help. But if you see what you're doing, where you
What?
at, where's Badala? It's Kapsahamba. You know what I'm saying?
bro.
I literally could count my friends off one hand, and I feel like keeping a small cycle keeps you sane because you don't have a lot of people to go and check up on. Number one, mina ile nto ngistressa. Number two, it's like even ngifuna your opinion angilalela abantu abawu-10 ukuthi ngesikhathi esisodwa. Even when you go through a breakup, now you don't have to tell like a whole community ukuthi ngihlone noSimanimani. You tell one person
And then it's
who tells the
over.
other, and then it's finished, you know.
But also,
so now we have a
we
bus
can't
load.
be you like what's it? What was it called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we can't be like hypocrites. Yes.
Hypocrites,
we can't be.
yeah.
We can't be.
Sparkles.
Who said how hypocrites? Very clever. Very clever. Like when we got this time.
baby.
But
Yeah,
I'm gonna say I don't want us to be hypocrites because when
Yeah.
we got here, like we were not necessarily trying, but we had like a huge group of friends.
Yeah,
And now it's just like the three of us. Imagine.
literally.
Maybe from we had we had
Large.
friends. We had a lot.
No,
of
I feel
friends.
like Mina, we didn't have friends, we had acquaintances.
Yeah.
But they were always like around us. You know what I
Around
mean?
us all the time that another person would mistaken them for our
As
friends.
friends.
Yeah.
But then we lost them because it was just like
And that's another thing for about abantu that are not meant to always stick around in your life. It's like a book. Not every character who makes it through every chapter makes it to the last chapter. Omunye nje usuke supporting cast ukuthi afika azokufundisa isifundo ukuthi lalela. Ungasithembi thina sizokwenza kanje. Ufunda isifundo, and I'd forever be grateful for those friends that did betray me or for those
because they teach you something.
Yes, bakufundisa izinto labantu abakuthi wena ngeke uzuphumelele uzofuna kwi-TV wena kahle wena.
Yes.
Even family members like the aunt who said never mind. But
Hey,
yeah,
No. We are
I will never make it.
the aunt who said I have to go study in PR noma HR. Wathi mangifuna ukuphelela kwi-TV na uzomele ngilale nabantu. Ngenzi audition.
You know what Steve Harvey said?
I made an
I
audition.
wanted to talk about that in the yokulala.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
important.
Couch
That's
audition.
important
We're gonna come back to
talk
that.
about.
You know what Steve Harvey said? He said his teacher used to ask him. Okay, so it was a class thing. Okay, asked Uguti, what are you guys' dreams? And then
Yeah.
he said, I want to be on TV.
Yeah.
And the teacher was like, you've never seen anybody from this neighborhood on
Isn't
TV.
on TV.
Sure.
Never seen anybody from your family on TV. So why do you think you are going to be on TV? You know what he says?
What?
What?
He said every Christmas he sends the teacher a flat screen TV.
Oh.
Imagine that's so petty, but it's like yes.
Guys,
It's
I wish
different,
I
yeah.
could tell you guys a story, but it's low-key similar to that one. Because my aunts, I had
Why
just...
can't you tell us?
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Wow.
Wow, now that you're begging me so much, I'm going to tell you. Now that you're asking. Yes, I like guys. So, I just matriculated, and at that time, I had a cousin. Nayo matriculated his cousin Sota. ngeke ngiphathe indaba eziningi ngoba yabona mina ngiyanazi special usabela uzovela so next week's episode. So I ended up saying ukuthi ekhaya I want to do performing arts kanje, and one of my aunts literally did pass a comment wathi ufuna ukuyo actor yazi ukuthi wonke umuntu okwi TV ulale nabantu ukuthi afile lapha. And I knew for a fact that, guys, I'm not taking away from the fact that my couch auditions are something that is happening and it's true, but I knew ukuthi, come on, there are people who make it to the industry, who make it to the small screen without having to actually sleep their way through, yabo. So I got my audition in ngasebenza kuyimanje kuze kube manje. I think it's like 9 months later. Guys, I'm telling you, congratulations from her, because probably wherever she is, she has created her own story
of what you did,
of what I did to get to it. But it's okay. And again, it goes back to having a conversation with yourself. If mina bengagculisekanga ngento yami ngabe ngithola isidingo sokuthi ngibuyele emuva ngiyothi hayibo auntie, just to explain I didn't do A, B and C because mina ngiyazi ukuthi ngenze njani ukuze ngifinyelele lapha. Angidingi
uchaza. There's no need to explain yourself.
Yeah, kodwa ngiyafisa namuthi uNkulunkulu angipha amandla ukuthi ngikwazi umthengela iTV ukuthi ubaxaxa kancane.
Bro, I pray.
Send a note as you watch the black.
It's auntie
Ngiyakhulekisa ukuthi uyenze leyo nto, bro. Yeah, so your question is more about the couch auditions. Yeah, ibuze ngendlela yakho because
hey, okay, jamani ngizibuzela like ngifuna ukwazi ne ukuthi this thing, I don't know, obviously you guys didn't go through it.
Yes.
Yeah. So this couch
casting.
Couch.
Yeah.
Okay,
what are you trying to say?
It's a couch audition.
Couch.
Yeah.
Couch audition,
because it's like
Sofa.
there's a couch when you go to auditions. There's always a couch. So
yeah,
you do it there on the couch.
Ngisho bengayenzanga couch literally, but
it's just
terminology,
called,
yeah, it's just called couch audition.
So into esaziko ukuthi iyenzakala, ne?
Yeah.
So like I want to know ukuthi when you get there already seba arrangile or ngusibongile I'm from
Seba arrangile in what that you're gonna be doing
the couch audition.
Okay, I think I understand that question.
Can I answer that? Because I feel like I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
You don't get into an audition, I think, usuwazi ukuthi you're gonna get there and ufice usibanibani nosibanibani be abantu abazoba ama-judge or whatever the case may be, ubona abazoba ama-casting coordinators or cast directors. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't even know. But I think the couch audition, again, it goes back to you not having a conversation with yourself. Ubonile kuqaleni ukuthi when I first sat down, because I was nervous and still adapting to the environment.
Sure. I beg to disagree because the setting of the audition is very pressuring, but continue. I want to explain why.
Okay, no problem. Like you said, Uguts, at first you thought that I was nervous because nami I was still adapting to the environment because angikaze ngibe la. Uyambona umuntu ongayithembi. Uyayibona futhi uyambona umuntu osifazana ontengentenge. I think because I've chilled with abantu besilisa angeke ngisho futhi ukuthi nginolwazi lonke, but I feel it doesn't even have to be a female, but uyambona umuntu ongasazi istory sakhe ukuthi kanjani. So if wena uzofika ushaya audition ngikubona ukuthi desperate ngendlela eyisimanga, and mina I have the authority over you and I'm a horny ass motherfucker and I can look you dead in the eye, uvela uqhaqhazela amadolo, I'll take advantage of you. But if wena uzofika lapha usazi istory sakhe ukuthi mina nguNonkululeko Mbatha, I know that I'm a thespian, and if you won't open this door for me, I'm going to knock on every other door and come back to buy your fucking building. If you have that attitude, usangena emnyango, ayikho umuntu ozokuthatha otherwise. But if it even gets to that point, uzokwazi ukuthi turn it down. But if wena awukwazi ukukhulume nawe, uzothi makuthiwa ivunguvungu zithi uthola ule.
So basically.
For me, I think couch casting, like, I think victims is it's a matter of but when you go into auditions, ne, for me, I'm talking from my experience ever since I went to auditions, now being here in the industry.
Yeah.
So when you go to auditions, you get there. And then when you get there, it's like you don't see, like, okay, we're all normal here. Yeah. You see you're my A-list celebrities. You understand what I mean? So that's when the pressure starts kicking in. So when she says, obviously they'll assess what type of person are you? You know what I mean? And mind you, inside the audition room, it's you, it's the casting director, it's the other person.
No camera
one
guy.
else. You know, sometimes it's just you and the casting director, no one else. So I think that's where like most men. I'm privileged enough to not only have I auditioned for mostly women, but I've also auditioned for like a lot of gay guys.
Yes.
So it's like when you audition for gay guys, you know that it's
relaxed,
chilled. As
chilled.
much as like if I was auditioning for like a heterosexual man, okay, or something. So I feel like when you're at a point where you've been auditioning for a long time, you don't have gigs, you need to support your family, and you find yourself in a position where this guy's gonna tell you, dude,
So
that's
this,
a role. We're gonna pay you this much money.
what
Sleep
she's
with
saying
me.
basically answers Lento, who had the question, you need to study for art.
Mm.
Because this is not gonna the bro. I think we have taught her now.
Because you need to know your worth.
Yes.
And another
exactly.
thing, there are certain people. As much as ngintshela manje ukuthi kubalekile ukuthi ube ne-conversation with yourself. Angithi mangibuka esibukweni ngibone ngathi ma Miss Universe. You the beautiful as no, I do see flaws and imperfections and when I was saying things ngami, you know what I mean? But there are people, guys, aba gorgeous like a pan. There are people that have a humongous sex appeal and they know it. And I can take njengomuntu ozothi maye muhle aphinda azazi yena. Uzothi makunjalo ke wena uzongena kwi-industry ngokuthi okay, I know I'm this person, me I just pose one time, I get 1,000 likes or 100 million likes, I'm going to go to this audition, ngibabuke emehlweni bechaze just like everyone else does, and you get the role. Okay, you get the role, uthole kanjalo ngokusebenzisa ini ubuhle bakho. The industry, guys, is so small that every director in the industry bayazana. Ama agencies ayazana. So if when uzongena kwi audition ye Black Door, uthi wena uzofika ungena uchaza umbuye kanje akuthathe uthi hayi ngizomnika nje. Kuzofika another production because you want to keep up now. Usutholile umsebenzi usufuna ukuhlezi futhi angithubonakala. Fika enye production kube khona audition. Mina noma usibulela fika because mina ngisebenzisa sex appeal yami. Usibulela fika with her talent, yabo. Usibulela mayifika with the talent, ayishaya talent lakhe kuthiwa okay, break eceleni. Mina mase ngishaya audition yami kuthiwa okay, wena siyazi ukuthi uzungene kwi Black Door. You have to sleep with 1, 2 and 3.
Exactly.
So it's either you sleep with me too okanye fuck off because you know why there is usibulele.
Oh, it's so
Uyoguga nini?
It's like
uyoguga nini because wonke umuntu like literally everyone knows and ngoba social see there are events that take place. So wonke umuntu uyahlangana under the same roof.
It's like I feel like yes, it's
no,
I feel like you should take it like this. I could literally now probably go to the tabloids and figure tabloids and and get money. So it's like if you're gonna do that and degrade yourself to that extent,
why?
What do people say about you in the industry? You know what I mean? Like, what do other people say about you? Slept her way through.
We were speaking because I've been to a party. I'm not going to mention who was organizing the party because they're a brand. I've been to a party with a lot of celebs. And there's these events you guys attend. You know, they're very fake.
Yeah.
They're super fake.
That's
so
why it is
how do
aliens.
you, like, in what? Guys, English. No, no, like into
digest.
Digest. Right. So how do you take
how do we inhale it? Like how do we digest like other celebrities or what interacting?
The fakeness, bro. The fakeness.
Oh, the fakeness.
They promise you, oh, bro, I've seen you. I love your work, and I'd love to work with you. Like, how do you?
The only way to know we digest it, I feel like we gossip about it. Like we'll speak to someone now about, oh no, we love you, thank you so much.
Then the two of us guys be like, But obviously, I feel like most importantly, guys, ayikho mna nje ukuthi ubone umuntu ukuthi yabo lo uyigqokele nje isikhumba semvu kodwa akayoni. Sheep clothing when you are a wolf.
Sheep cloth.
When you are a wolf.
Yes, covering.
So you are a wolf, you're wearing sheep clothes.
Yes.
Oh, you are hiding.
You are hiding.
Okay.
Can you imagine playing hide and seek?
But
So when I see that you're that type of person, what I do is I remember what I do for a living, which is acting.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call out a character in my head that's gonna stroke your ego. So if you're not looking smiling, I'm gonna smile and be like,
Smile and just wave.
Congratulations, yes, goodbye. The moment you tell me, I'm like, yo, how
So
will
listen, when you South Africa, smile and just wave.
Yes.
Everybody.
Thank you
have a
so
question.
much. Congratulations.
The black door.
Yes.
Man's on get a good black door. Were you guys on like an agency or it was just auditions?
No, it was an audition. Let me answer
Just
that.
to-
It was an audition. Because I'm answering that because in Funa Ukbuza this question.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Let me put it like this. What are your worst fears, like in the industry, concerning the industry? What are your worst
That's an easy question.
fears, and how have you overcome them?
I don't think I've already overcome mine.
Yeah.
What's your worst fear?
In the industry,
Yeah.
I've overcome my first one, which is to be lonely, because I feel like this industry is surrounded by a lot of people, and a lot of people that don't even know where Ukat is at. So when it goes back to the real ones, as I mentioned, I could literally count my friends out of
On one hand.
one hand. I feel like it gets lonely when everyone is quiet, when no one is there. It gets lonely, and you need abantu ozokhuluma nabo, and sometimes just cry for no reason. And umuntu ongiyazi akujudge noma afuna ukuthatha ivideo ayipost ukuthi oh nimbona nje ave tete munonku, or she's insecure about A, B and C. It's very important to have people that you could just literally be yourself. And ngisho kuthiwa bayakuhleka bayakugcona, it
But
feels
no,
warm.
it's banter.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Mina, I'm very fortunate enough to have those people like herself, Ntlebi, Uspogazi Msani. When I'm in Durban,
Yes.
I have my friends, my cycle there as well. Ntla, Utabisa. I literally have 4 friends. Oh, Nompilo, she's my friend.
Yes,
I have
Nompilo.
5 friends. I have 5 friends.
She was so
So
sad.
for me, having those people in my corner means everything, because ngisho ngaphuma kusasa ukuthi okay kwi-Daily Sun Ntlebi and Mbatha simsola ukuthi
sorry,
wenziwa
sorry,
A, B and C. I know I'd call them, and as much as I'd get like criticism from them, but it would be from a good place, and they give me assurance, yabo. So yeah, I drifted there, didn't I? But I love my friends.
Yeah, man.
Okay, for me, because I'm human, I'm not saying that I'm ever gonna change, but because I'm human, I don't want the fame, the money, the being in the industry and being surrounded by these people to ever change me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I always want to be as human as possible
Possible.
and understanding as possible.
Yes.
That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is for me to change. You know what I mean? And sometimes I hate saying, nah, I'll never be that person, because we're human at the end of the day. Like, you
Yeah.
can't say never.
Yeah.
But every day, like I say this on my mother's grave, every single day I wake up and I say, God, I pray to God that like I stay with the heart that I have now.
Yeah.
Because Mnangoko, I just go through life and I just see everyone as human beings. I don't see us that we're different because now you're studying and I'm working, or you're on TV, or you're a cleaner or stuff like that. So I just want God. My biggest fear is me losing the heart and the understanding that I have now.
Yeah. And I feel like the moment uyiphakamisa is the more you lose sight of the little things.
Yeah.
Ukhohlwa ngisho ukucelebrate guys izinto ezincane. Yabo nje ukuthi sikwi-billboard khona omunye umuntu ozoyibuka le nto leyo ukuthi I've been on a billboard before, like what's new, because mina I'm this person. If you mina ngisho umuntu okhomenta kwi-video yami TikTok, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna take time and respond back, because you know that means a lot. Umuntu ozothi, oh my God, you touched me kule scene, just like you guys mentioned. Lokho kumina kuyangijabulisa because
It means so much.
It means so much. You guys don't even get it. Yabo, the fact that uthi ucishe wakhala noma uyibonisa inyama kuyangijabulisa lokho.
It's like
But
even if ungaphuma phandle and meet like someone who's like a hobo and say, "Hi man, benibukele
Black Door, ngakubona. It means the world. And I feel like the moment uqala ukuyiphakamisa nokuyikhukhumeza, that's when you lose sight of everything. That's when uhlevane nalolu valo khona guys, lolu valo lukushayayo uma uyi-artist. Yabo mase kumele ungene stage uma kuvuleka ikhethini.
I like that you can
Vele kube ngazi sikhona guys, angazi noma kuba khona umuntu wakini who takes over or what happens, but it's that moment where you think you're going insane, but it's like an orgasm. It feels so nice. It's like an orgasm. It feels so good. So the moment kuthiwa 3 2 1 action and awuzwa lo ubhontshisi wakho uthi kanje noma makuvule ikhethi nawo uyizwa inhliziyo yakho ithi heqe hamba ufesa kwenye indawo hamba uyofesa kwenye indawo then uyeke and for as long as that feeling is there no one has to tell you anything else ngisho kuthiwa kufika ugogo wakho ekutshela ukuthi yabo manje kuyaqashwa lapha ka-Edgar's if wena usayizwa inkaba yakho ithi kanje
you can't change anything
ubeka mfethu khona ozofika kubone ngikutshele khona ozofika kubone
that's so true
khona ozofika kubone guys ayishintshe impilo yakho kanje and uzothikwa uyathakatha
and sometimes you like I feel like when like people say it you always feel like oh my god it's so far-fetched.
Yes,
it's not
Yes, eh?
that I can tell you if you know who God is, if you know who your ancestors are,
yes. Then you finish.
Wes uzazi nawe
you can and you know yourself
and uzazi ukuthi ufunani because kubalekile ukuthi mawuthandaza guys name the things you want to uNkulunkulu ngicela ukuphumelela uNkulunkulu isho ukuthi uNkulunkulu ngicela ukuphumelela ngenza u1 2 3
Even in mind.
mawuneze imali ungasho ukuthi imali kuphela ngicela
imali
billion rand
Yes.
one day
Specific.
call it
they
out
say.
guys manifest these things and shout them out to the universe because you
That's what
never
they
know
say.
when your stars
Put
will
at least
literally
specific.
align.
I hope futhi ngiyabonga ukuthi you guys had that talk njengamanje because the next question is all about asking you ukuthi if you either of you were to wake up kusasa and you are the richest person in South Africa, what are the measures or what are the things you would do? Asiqale ngawe sibulele
Upper South Africa. Oh, there's so
in
much
life,
to do.
in life.
There's so much to do here. Like, what would be the one thing? I think for me, like the one thing I've always been passionate about is building an orphanage home,
Ne?
an old age home, and an art school. Like those have never changed. And an art school.
art school.
Yeah. Like those things have never changed ever since this primary. It's built an orphanage home, an old age home, and an art school. Like that's the only thing I would do if I'd had like all the money I wanted. Obviously, I'd spend it on myself. Come on, guys. We all know. Obviously, but those three things, Nje, I never want to lose focus when it comes to those things. I really, especially when it comes to art school and an old age home, like, and an orphanage home. But like, I really am passionate. So that's the one thing I'd do.
Mina guys, if I woke up tomorrow and I had all the money in the world, the first thing I'd do is I'd finish in Jessica.
Oh.
I'd finish garage la kokwami. I would buy her lo mbhede lo ongazuthi wasesibhedlela yabo lo ufika ucipha zibhathini ngathi uyanywa yebo yes must be so full lo mbhede lo guys. And then after that I feel like as much as she's an old woman and we've had the conversation about her going to an old age home.
Right?
No, she hasn't. My aunt is there now because I moved this side, yabo. So
before benhlala nokwabi.
Behlala so too lokokwami. So with that being said, I think I would, because of how hard I went to school and because of how close pads are to me. By the way, guys, now
but then that's the thing, because it's like you don't have to be we're doing that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be like
so
the
next
richest
month is my
person.
birthday, guys. Yabo.
Yes! Yes! When is it?
The way you guys celebrate birthdays, like you don't have it every year.
So in October 14 is my birthday, and the one thing that I've always told myself ukuthi ngelinye ilanga mangivela kwi-TV. As much as I didn't even know how I'd get there, but I always told myself ukuthi ngelinye ilanga when I get to television, I'd want to go somewhere and give anything back. And just have people like being happy, especially ingane encane. Yabonga ngithinto uzokhala ungangithinto. So I want to go for a pad drive, especially to my primary school that I went to because of a fitting scheme, yabo.
Bro.
And I want to just go and give away pads because as much as I had my grandmother, I started working at a very young age to give myself those toiletries that girls need because my mom was absent and my dad was no more. So I want to do those things, and as much as ngingenakho okuningi lokho okuncane nginakho ngifuna ukubona omunye umuntu kumjabulisa, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So
I said music here.
So for me, it's doing just the pad drive and hoping that uNkulunkulu.
Oh, it has a name now.
Yes,
it's a pad drive. Hashtag
guys.
pad drive, guys.
Pad drive.
It's coming.
Yes, so we just want to fulfill that and take it from there. If uNkulunkulu esinikeza amanye amandla, then do other stuff and venture into other things as well, because ayikho into kuthiwa sibusisiwe isandla esiphayo kunesamukelayo, and mina kuba ngizange nginikezwe ithuba lokuthi ngifike la ngikhona ngaba ngikho la ngikhona. So kubalekile nami ukuthi ngiphinde ngibuyele emuva ngiyocheck ukuthi uba udinga into mina enginayo ngakwazi umsiza ngayo.
So this is true, ne? Ukuthi what you just said, ukuthi isandla esiphayo sibusisiwe, because the person that gave you a chance actually bethu ovule into eyiningi for wena. Yeah, well, that's a lot, ne?
Yeah,
that's a lot, guys. In closing, guys, do you have any questions for them?
Yes. You have a question?
Ukona on a dot.
Yeah.
Please go to YouTube, ne? And go searching on my DJ QTC, and then connect to like Bluetooth. I wanna play it. Guys, I have good news for you.
Okay.
For all of you. I got a feature, but I tell you feature.
Okay.
With DJ QTC. I'm gonna do this song with DJ QTC. Soon.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
You know what I love about what you just said is the fact that you said you asked for it.
Yes,
Guys,
sometimes you can't open. You must kick them down.
DJ Cute.
You must just kick them
again.
Guys,
I fucked up the name again. It's
you
DJ
shouldn't
Cute.
expect Sikutis in the
And
development.
connect it to Bluetooth. DJ Cute.
You have to go out there and ask. Bro.
Emotions. It's called Emotions. The track is called Emotions.
DJ Cute Emotions.
Just search DJ Cute.
This is so nice.
What's the
This was so nice.
This was so nice, but yeah,
Do you
man,
still have questions?
Questions, guys. Questions.
Yes,
Come
I
up with
have a
questions.
question. I want to know, what can we expect from you guys?
But you can't say. That's it's so sad because you can't say.
Push
We
it.
can't. Mina, just expect a lot of smiles.
Smiles.
Yeah?
From where?
From
I'm always
who?
gonna be smiling.
Connect to Bluetooth.
They're talking work-wise, career-wise.
Yeah, but even if you meet me at
But we
ShopRite,
can't
I'll be
say.
smiling.
Career smiling. What the hell?
I don't know, whatever God plans, guys. I
Yeah,
expect
whatever God-
that
Yeah.
because angeke uNkulunkulu guys usayilobile impilo yethu. So ngisho ngathi mina kusasa nizongithola eDubai. If uNkulunkulu engifuna ngise Maldives. Ayikho into
For me,
engizoyenza.
I'm just gonna cut it short and say, yeah, what she said, that whatever God,
Yeah,
brings
whatever
to us,
God.
but then watch the black door, wink, wink.
Please.
Watch the
Wink,
black door,
wink.
guys.
Please.
That's the only thing you can expect. Watch the black door, and you'll see what to expect.
Yes, last question.
Question, ne?
Is it a question?
You guys.
Okay.
The time man feel okay, you guys. Now attend an audition, you got a call back, and like, did it get to you? Would you like feeling that everything is overwhelming? Like I can't.
Oh yes.
And then like
Without a doubt.
like you said, you started performing arts, and then Tina, Sifu now get like bad critics.
Yes.
Bad. What if you're going to point to feel like no, like maybe this is not
For me, yeah.
Yes.
Like maybe I chose
Wrongly.
Something wrong.
Yeah.
Nala ufika kuleyo point leyo, okay, I chose something wrong, but
you still,
yini
yeah.
engayenza, yini engayenza. You see, you don't have options. Like wafika kuleyo level ukuthi this is not for me, but ngizoyenzani.
Yeah.
For me, I think all artists have
Get
been
there.
So I am there right now.
You see what I mean? Like
Yeah, I'm
everyone
there
gets
right now.
Get
It's
there.
like it's guys. I'm
It's
there,
like it's
I'm there
demotivating you, ne?
because- Yeah, I'm there.
Definitely.
It happens.
Demotivation.
Mina, when I mentioned those guys, I've worked as a waitress, I've worked at retail, I've worked as a call center agent. The only job that I've started with and not actually check the time is the job that I'm doing now. And mind you,
No, man. I'm sure he's like because she checks the time. All the time. She has to check
and
the time.
So Mina, remember that I only started working when I was 16 and I'm in my mid-20s now.
Yes.
So this is my first job where engisebenza ngingasibheki isikhathi.
Right.
Kubalekile ukuthi kwenye inkathi udlule kwezinye izinto kuqala. You know what I'm saying? Zikufundise ziqinise ukuthi even when you feel like giving up and you feel like, oh my God, angimele ngibe la. Those people that are going to tell you you're never going to get there, those obstacles that are going to get to your way, they're important.
Yes.
Because zenzela ukuthi mhlazana sifike isikhathi sakho ungakhali baby. Zenzela ukuthi mhlazana sifike isikhathi sakho ubambe ngezandla zokuthunga kudedeli. Ungakudedeli ngoba uyazi wena ukuthi mawudedela la uzomela ugibele ibhasi buyela back to your home elindele ukuthi wena ulenzele utho. It's okay to cry guys. Mina I cry guys. Shame.
Now, yes, what I was gonna add onto that is yes, for you it's okay. Like I think what you need to understand is you can separate like someone just criticizing you and just being negative to someone who's giving you constructive criticism.
We're watching you.
Because you know what I mean? Because yes, I had like people back then who were like, no, you can't act. No. The only thing you can do is you can cry, yada, 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 yada. I've heard people like that. But I'll tell you, call Beckham. I went into the audition room nervous as hell. I couldn't even focus on my character or what I was there to do. And my dutiness is criticism when we got there. You know what I mean? So I got the script and I saw everyone, like these famous ladies, because I was originally like auditioning for a character. The character name was Tipuwa. Not Nolita. Yeah. So it was supposed to Tipuwa is what? Like what's the language? I forgot. Msutu. My character was supposed to be Msutu and Mkhoz. I got into the audition room. I messed up.
But they gave you a
second chance. And
we actually auditioned together.
Yes, that was
when
after.
I came in, they called her back. Sasha auditioned so too.
Yes.
Only to find out who was on the show. Uzoba, sister-in-law one.
The same thing, yeah. Right. And Open Mandla literally told me, like when I did my first, like it was like a run. Open Mandla was like, dude, I'm literally gonna take you on a plane back to Cape Town, and you're never gonna come back
this side.
Because the only reason why I called you for a callback is because what you did on the first day of
initial audition.
So if you're not gonna do that now, might as well go. Because you're not the best actress that I've seen. You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, I'm not gonna take this as negative. I'm gonna take it as constructive. After that, I fucking killed it. If I do say so myself.
Yes.
I fucking killed it. You know what I mean? So separate the negative, constructive, and just be yourself and push. If you feel like you still need to be here, push. If you want to cry, cry. It's okay to cry.
The motto that I think we also live by, ile motto lesa when we got to Blackburn, what's yours will never miss you. It will never ever miss you. And guys, opposite leyo nto leyo ukuthi kwenye inkathi ukuthola kwi-situation mhlambe I'll make an example ube nemali yokugibela mhlambe ku-interview kodwa ungazi uzobuya ngani uye ku-interview then you get a random call from umalume okade wamgcina athi mshana cela ukufakela imali edrink akufakela 100 rand ungazi uthathe noma uvela ucoshe ngemali bafethu mina out of every job that I've done there are times where I go to a gateway a toilet ngihlale phansi ngikhale lapho downstairs nginamatafula kumele ngiwasula. When I first started working, I started at Gateway before I went to Epalito. So there's a lot of journeys that hey guys, I went through a lot. But I had to go through all of that for me. That was my test, and my testimony is this. Because hence why just because wena uzalwe kini kanjena uphahla kini liyawo musu comparison nomuntu unganyakini le veli kodwa ke not
for that let's listen to
the track. Yes.
Yeah man, in closing man, there you have it. It's Ntlebi and Mbatha and Ntlebi. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Inspired by Mekchi and Sol.
Yeah
guys, this is a track by DJ Push. It's not connected. Is it connected? Oh yeah, it's connected. So it's DJ Q. Yeah, so
I wonder if a Q is not DJ.
stylish. Glock talk, big t-shirt, Billy. Watch on my wrist, but I want that dime. Niggas talk crazy when I pull up in sight. How high? Bring that shit back, bitch, I'm stylish. Glock talk, big t-shirt.